Looking back on your life so far, what's a chapter that you're most proud of? Mine's happening right now, and not because everything's perfect. So let's talk about the stressors of life. Let's go on this journey together. Let's go. Hey friends, I'm Michele here with Choosing to Shine Echoes. This is going to be episode 2, and I'm so happy that you joined me. Reflecting back on last week, I feel like I rambled a lot. It was a long story, and I was trying to make it short. Guys, give me grace. I've never done this before, so I promise I will try to improve on my storytelling. But if you didn't see last week's episode, just to let you guys know that Echoes is a memoir-style podcast that is my personal stories, but I am using my reflection cards as like a verbal journaling, I guess. I do use them to actually journal, and I talked about that in last week's episode. But so I never know what the question's going to be. I'm going to shuffle them up, and then I'm going to tell you guys this personal story of my own in hopes that you guys can see that story in yourself, and you can reflect on that and maybe journal about that yourself. So I guess let me light my candle here. It kind of acts as my timer, but I also like to set the intention of community and authenticity. And oh, it went out. Maybe this one doesn't want to burn. There we go. All right. Okay, so I like to pull from the top or the bottom. So let's see what we got here. Let's see which one I want to answer since there's two sides. Well, let's answer this one. Looking back on your life so far, what's a chapter that you're most proud of? I would have to say that chapter is right now. I've been through a lot of struggles and shared with you guys in the past that I've been dealing with a lot of mental health issues. I've been in therapy for since about this time last year, I guess. And I'm still here. So I'm happy about that. And I feel emotional about that as well. Saying that out loud to strangers. But my hopes here is that me sharing my stories will help you guys and inspire you guys. And please feel free to reach out to me in the comments or privately for anything you want to chat about. I am pretty much an open book, which is what Echoes is about. So let's get into it. So looking back on your life so far, what's a chapter you're most proud of? So if you want to pull out a journal and get a nice hot drink, mine's not hot, it's just water today, but I should have made myself some tea. Then you can, take some me time and reflect for yourself. So I will say, just the this last year is probably, I'm really proud of being a mom, but my kids are grown now. They're 30. And I think this chapter, for the first time, is about me and me only, right? So an empty nester as of a couple weeks ago. And yeah, just having the courage and the strength to get up every day and do something for others. Like I've mentioned this before, but I've just felt pushed by whatever you want to call it, God, spirit. Those two things mean the same thing to me. Being pushed to share my story and to be vulnerable. And this is very uncomfortable for me. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my hope, like I said, is that you guys can see yourself and my stories and know that it's okay to share those stories and to be, I'm getting emotional. Woo! And to be vulnerable and to talk about the hard things and the bad things. And wow, I did not expect that. And that's kind of the point of the questions, right? You never know what you're going to get. It's not rehearsed. And yeah, it's been a hell of a year. I've had a hell of a life, but this year has probably been the hardest on me and the lowest. And there's a lot of things going on that I can't really talk about, like I alluded to in my last podcast, but let's just say there's some there was some gang stalking things going on, and somebody put a dead snake in my mailbox, and I need to talk to the FBI about some other things that is totally unrelated to those things. And yeah, I do think that my life is at risk, and I was denying that for a long time, last couple of years, and now I've accepted that. And yeah, I sleep with a loaded gun, and I know how to use it. So just a lot going on, and there'll be a lot more I can share once. And the hard thing is that these are all different situations. I do not go looking for drama. I am a hermit. I do not go out of my house, but these things find me. I don't know. I don't even know if I believe in past life karma, but something's going on. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I was born to have a hard life. I'm not sure, but I try to be really nice, and I just had my hair cut, so I keep playing with it. She did a nice job. My poor hairdresser, you guys. I hadn't seen her in a while, and she's a friend of mine. She's been cutting my hair for 28 years, something like that. My kids were like 2. And she's like, hey, what's been going on? I'm like, well, this happened, and there was a snake, and I ran into somebody who ran from me at the CVS. You know who you are if you're watching. Really weird situation in a restaurant that had to deal with some other things that I can't talk about right now. And then there's some other legal stuff going on. I was like, oh my God, I feel like I trauma dumped on this poor lady. I need to take her to dinner and apologize. Because I just stay at home. Like I talk to my best friend, I talk to my daughter, and that's pretty much it. Those are my people. That's my tribe. So now I'm telling the whole world, except for I can't talk about certain things. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot to share once I can get there, though. once I know that I'm safe to talk about those things. Oh boy. Let's see what else has been going on here. So I guess let's go back to chapter I'm most proud of. And I guess I'd have to say that's resilience, is that I'm making a choice every single day to get up and do what needs to be done. Now, some days I'm a couch potato. On my days off, I love to just sit around and watch YouTube channel and Netflix and talk to my best friend about all the things we watched. But I am making a choice to share and be more open with my struggles, I guess I would say. Chloe likes her new couch. If you guys didn't watch my last video, she's got little stairs right there so she can come and go as she pleases. She can be part of the podcast. Yeah, so I've been journaling a lot, still trying to deal with triggers. I feel like once we uncover one thing, then some other things come up, and I feel like that's why I say this is a journey, because I do feel like we'll never be whole. That's the human experience. That's the earthly experience. It seems like, we should always be striving to choose to shine, right? Some days we fall backwards and we get back up and we try again. And yeah. So yeah, I guess that one feels very fresh and vulnerable, because that is where I am right now. Dealing with the death of my mom over the last couple months. And, we talked about this previous. We didn't really have that great of a relationship. So that was hard. And been working a ton of overtime all the holidays. Just been working a lot. So, and then last week I shared with you guys too the me being irrationally angry at the cold weather. I was like, I called my best friend. I was like, it's just irrational. It's just irrational. What is wrong with me? Like, I can't be mad because it's cold. And, it's like not that cold inside. I'm not outside in the cold. So yeah, I was happy that I uncovered those feelings and what that was really behind that. And that's why I'm encouraging you guys to pull your journals out and write about things that bother you. Something's going to come up in your subconscious. I read a thing that it said, especially if you can write in cursive, is something about the flow of the cursive writing, like helps us, our subconscious. I'll have to look that study up and give you guys more information about that later. But yeah, I guess this is going to probably be a shorter one than last week. I felt like last week went on too long, but I always like to give you guys takeaways. I would say the thing that's really been helpful for me is a lot of deep breathing. I recently read a thing, not only like deep breathing, but to do like a double inhale. So if you're gonna breathe in, if you go like that, then that's supposed to like relax your nervous system. I've been doing a lot of that. I do that a lot at work because I'm in a call center and it's just overwhelming. Everybody's talking around you. And but if you think about that, what happens when you like hysterically cry, right? You're like hyperventilating. I think that's like your body trying to calm yourself down. So, can you not get comfortable? Here, let me fix it for you. I fix it. I just got a haircut, but I think I might need to go back. I think my bangs they're in my face. They're bothering me. Squirrel. I also, I do a lot of Reiki on myself. I just, kind of put my hand on my heart, and when I'm breathing in, I'm focusing like breathing into my heart and giving myself love and attention. Been trying to eat healthier. Food is a big thing for me for emotions. So that's been making me feel a little better. I've been meal prepping and just trying to take care of self-care, right? Just basic self-care. Putting myself first, and but things that just have helped me move through it is having a support system. When I first started going to therapy last spring, I told my best friend, I said, look, I know that we're both introverts, but I have to have some kind of accountability for my mental health, because I was having a lot of dark thoughts. So we made a plan that we would talk every single Sunday, no matter what. I mean, sometimes it gets moved, right? But we do make sure we follow up at least once a week, and just text more and be, not that we weren't open and honest before, but I feel like that like took us to a different level, because sometimes we don't want to share our struggles. Your friend is going through something too, and you don't want to be a burden, right? You don't want to be like, oh, like a downer. But sometimes we can't do it all on our own. We have to have that extra support. So, yeah, that's where I am now. I'm feeling much happier. Not to say that I don't have down days. Yesterday was a struggle. When I put together this furniture, that was a struggle. Like, I was like literally yelling at this furniture. I hate DIY furniture. Oh, maybe one day I'll have enough money to pay somebody to put together my DIY furniture. I'm not sure, but let's see. I like to leave you guys with tips and tricks. So, obviously, seeing a therapist. I've been going to the doctor more just to check all my blood levels, make sure everything's good health-wise. I may be trying to take some time off work, like an extended leave, so I can get some other things taken care of. I need to go to the dentist and get some other things done. I'll talk about that more later, but I still feel really overwhelmed, but it does help me to write down my goals. And when I say write down my goals, like some days I'll write just like 3 top things, and I'll put like take a bath. And if I get that done, like I'm good. Like it's, some days it's harder than others, right? Especially when it's been cold for me. Drinking lots of water, taking my vitamins, snuggling with my little doggy here. I wish you guys could see her. I should get her a little bed so she's up a little more so you guys can see her. She's cute. I don't know if you guys have any questions, or if you want to reach out to me privately, please do so. I'm more than happy to share. I know that I'll have, once I sit down and like, I have like an actual list of things that help with like anxiety, like go outside, ground yourself, do something creative. I watercolor washed all these cards. I don't know if you can see that, but they're all Oh, you can kind of see they're all hand painted front and back. So not the graphic part, but I painted the cards and then I printed on them. And I love them. They're all sparkly. Some have glitter. Let me see. Oh, let me move this over here. Let's see if I can find another one. You can see. This one has like bronze in it. I don't think you can see it. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up that good. Anyway, things like that, find out what brings you joy and do more of that. And it doesn't matter what it is, I do a lot of puzzles at work. Small puzzles. While I'm on the phone, talking to customers, I'll just be doing a puzzle or doing like some, have some, what do you call it? I just totally lost my train of thought. Colored pencils. Do some doodles and some coloring. Whatever, like, calms down your nervous system and brings you joy, like, do more of that. Take time for yourself. Be selfish. Like, we as women, like, give so much to other people. I think anybody who's been through menopause too, I told my hairdresser this a couple months ago. I said it forces you to examine your whole life. Like, you're so miserable and you're going through so many changes, and you have to be selfish for the first time in your life to go through that. And I feel like I don't know if I want to use the word awakening, but that's kind of what it feels like. Like, you're moving into like the next phase of your life, and you're a warrior. Like, you went through it. Like, it was bad. So if you guys can relate, let me know. But yeah, find the little things that bring you joy. Try to do more of that. Don't get caught up in the hustle. Have those quiet moments. Journal. Reflect. Yeah. I think that's it this week. I think I'm going to leave it there. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. And yeah, so I will see you guys next week, Sunday, 8 o'clock. And love to all.